I have taken my time to watch and study the trending video of an alleged fake testimony that took place at EBUKA Obi's ministry, Zion's ministry, where a young lady claimed that she has acquired a property, a mansion worth 300 million naira, that she has equally paid 200 million naira. After giving that testimony, thereafter, some days later, it was revealed that she is not the owner, or that she was not the owner of that mansion. The owners of that company, the owners of that property have also made a video clarifying that their property is still on sale, that Loveth is certainly a liar or an impersonator. I've taken my time to see a lot of things, and I can categorically tell you, number one, it is obvious that the testimony of Loveth was fake. Yes, it is fake because there is a conspiracy. Yes, I cannot tell you in clear terms who are the people behind the conspiracy, but I have some reliable information in this video to open your eyes. And for this reason, I sincerely believe that Loveth, the owners of that property, there is a young lady that spoke in this video I'm about to show you with a lawyer, as well as a security man, which many people have not seen and they are not talking about it. All those people should be arrested and questioned appropriately so that the original truth, original intention, the original conspirators, will be unraveled. First and foremost, I watched some person's video on the internet space where some people are claiming that there was a second video that Loveth made. This video precisely. They said it was after it was discovered that her testimony was fake, after presenting the mansion video, that Loveth and her team went to make this very video as a damage control. I want to start from here. First and foremost, this second video that was posted where Loveth was inside the building and saying that it is not an RNG, I already paid 200 million.
I got this one. The house is too, but this is the one I choose, and I paid 200. I'm paying the house instrumental. The remaining 100. The house is 300 million.
If you watch critically, there is a young man who is videoing her, and that young man doesn't want to talk. That young man was simply in affirmation saying, when Loveth asked the man, should I turn on the light? The man, instead of saying yes or no, said, He didn't want people to recognize his voice.
Should I put the lights? I say it.
And from the shadow of the man I saw, he's a full-grown man, meaning that he is one of the principal syndicates to this very fake testimony. Now, I want you to look at this video critically. By the side where there is an uncompleted building, a building going on, there is a security man sitting there. That security man saw all that is happening. But let's assume that the security man was sleeping. But I can tell you, the security man was not sleeping because his job is to guard this property. Again, this very property, as you can see, the video that was made by the owners of these properties, there is a banner placed in front of that, in front of that gate showing for sale. But when, Loveth made her own video, that banner was not there. Now the bigger question, who removed the banner when Loveth came to make that video? That's number one question. Again, Loveth did not come back to make this video as a damage control. This video she made where she claimed she has paid 200 million was made the same time, the same day she made the video of that mansion. That young lady that spoke in that video actually testified to this. The lady said that Loveth came with her agent and a prospective client, and they went to the other building. That lady was referring to this very building where Loveth made this very video.
So she claimed that she has somebody that is interested in buying the building, so she was allowed to come into the building for inspection. She came precisely to this other building and to check the building out. Why?
Now the question I want to ask to the owners of this company, so when somebody, a prospective buyer, comes to check your property, do you leave the person in the property and walk away? Do you allow the person to stay in the property all by himself or herself and walk away? Number one question. And number two question, they claimed that they didn't know that Loveth was recording, making a video clip of the house. The bigger question here also remains, where were you when Loveth was making that video? Where were you when Loveth and her accomplice removed the for sale banner that is on that gate? And again, you can hear voices in the background. Who are the people in the background of this very video? You see, I am asking this critical question because buying property is not something that is new to me. I own a home. And the very first day they showed me that very home, I went with the owners of the building, their sales representative, and they showed me the house. They opened the house and I walked into the house with them. Right in front of them, I made some few videos, which I asked them for permission before doing that, and they allowed me. After I left, they locked the property, they locked the door, and they told me, should I want to come back to do re-inspection, that I should let them know so that they will give me access. This very home, after that very first day of introducing me to that house, I came back 2 days after, to do further investigation by myself. I tried to gain entrance to the property. I realized that the door was locked. And then I left. Later on, I contacted them again and they granted me access into the property again. Now, is it common or normal in Nigeria for clients to come, prospective buyers, and then you grant them access to your home and then you walk away and you tell them when you finish, call me on the phone and tell me? Otherwise, who removed the banner? And who is the security man who was sitting there while, Loveth and her accomplice and her syndicate were recording that video? It is simple. It is either the owners of this property or the sales agent or whoever Opu gave her access to the compound is part of the syndicate or part of the conspirators, or they are simply telling lies. Now, why do I say so? From what Loveth is saying in this whole video, you can clearly see from her voice that she knew that this is all adiboroja, this is all conspiracy, this is all fake. And that was why her statement was inconsistent. And you can also feel, a sense, an element of fear inside of her. Why doing that? While the man who is recording her decided to keep very, very silent. Now again, the short video clip that was made where some people busted her and accosted her where she was selling her okrika or where she sells bra and pampers. The question is, who are these people that were making that video? Are those people part of Zion Ministry? Why didn't those people who were making that video show their face? Either they are members of Zion Ministry or passerby or, admirers or fans of EBUKA OBI or criticizers of EBUKA OBI. They didn't show their face, meaning that they could be part of the conspirators. They could be part of the people who engineered the original video of the property where she made and claimed that she is the owner of the house. But there will be separate individuals who are working alongside, with the conspirators or the people championing this very cause. Also, there is a sight of a reverend father in the background of that video. Do not forget that EBUKA OBI alleges that some pastors in Lagos and some reverend fathers in the southeastern part of Nigeria are the people also trying to pull her down. But let's just assume that it was a coincidence that a reverend father was passing by in that video. Sometimes it may not be coincidence. It could be that those are part of the conspirators, people championing this cause. Otherwise, the bigger question would be, why was it so easy and so fast for this man to have busted, this very young lady exactly at where she's selling, exactly in her shop? If not that there was a conspiracy, from the beginning of time to actually give that fake testimony and at the same time come back to bust her to prove a point that EBUKA OBI is actually doing an arranged miracle. One thing is very certain. The testimony was an arranged testimony. It was an arranged testimony, but the prophecy may not entirely be a fake prophecy or an arranged prophecy. The reason is this. I've always told people one thing about crowd prophecy. When you come in the midst of crowd and you begin to mention people's name, personally, I do not call them prophecy. I call them declarations. Yes, I remember in that prophetic statement, EBUKA OBI said, if you believe it, it will work for you. Meaning that this Loveth that came forward to present a fake house, to give a fake testimony, may not entirely be the only person that bears Loveth or that would want to come forward with such a testimony. But do not forget that as a man of God, when people come forward to testify in this part of the world, Africa, where testimony is very rampant, where people get very excited with testimonies and all of that. When a man of God sees you testifying, it gives them joy because they will in turn believe that their prophecy is working. So the excitement of EBUKA OBI could be interpreted as one of the excitement every other pastor, every other prophet would have when somebody comes forward to give testimony, whether true or false, whether arrangee or not arrangee. Similarly, there is another video clip which is also trending on the internet space, where Loveth made a video right inside Zion Ministry. In that video, the only word she uttered, or the only statement she uttered was, "I am in Zion Ministry," or "Life in Zion Ministry."
I'm in Zion Ministry.
With critical reasoning, I can say that that video is part of the planning from the beginning of time. That video could be one of the evidence the conspirators or the syndicate engineered her to make earlier to prove a point that she's part and parcel of Zion Ministry. Do not forget, she does not entirely live in Lagos but lives in the southeastern part of Nigeria. And more so, I cannot tell precisely whether that very short video clip was released by Zion Ministry. If it was not released by Zion Ministry, it could be that that video was equally released by the planners or the conspirators who championed this very cause. In conclusion, I can categorically tell you that time has come when men of God will begin to question people who come forward to give testimony. Verify their testimony the very first day of appearance. Send your members to go and verify every information they have given to you. Then let them come back the next Sunday or the next season to give that testimony if verified to be true. Otherwise, we will continue to run back and forth with this, type of fake testimonies, fake prophecies, and all of that. It will save us a lot. I know some of these things are being done to engineer and, spur and increase the faith of believers of the gospel of Jesus Christ. But God is not begging us to arrange miracle in order for people to believe in Him. And finally, having established that her testimony was fake or arranged, the evidence that I can see, some of the information I've shared from the beginning of this video are reliable enough for the security agencies to swing into action to unravel precisely who are the people, who are the players or the champions of this conspiracy, because I can see conspiracy. But what I cannot tell in clear terms is whether this conspiracy is coming from the people EBUKA OBI is alleging to be attacking her or planning to pull her down, or whether it is coming from Zion Ministry. The speed with which this young lady was recorded right in her shop where she sells, and who removed the for sale banner that is on the gate of that property where Loveth made that video, and where we are the owners of that property, the agents, when Loveth was recording this video, and the security man inside that property, who is he and what was he doing? Didn't he see when Loveth was recording that video? And finally, I can also tell you that the second video where Loveth was saying that she bought the house 200 million, that she will pay back 100 million later, it was not a damage control. It wasn't made after she was casted or it was busted that she was fake. That video was made the same day she recorded the video of the mansion that she presented at EBUKA OBI Zion Ministry. At this point, I would like to know what you think in the comment section. But we must not forget as Christians that Jesus Christ's teaching ministry is more important than his prophetic ministry. What does that mean? Learning the ways of God, centering our faith on repentance and forgiveness, following the footsteps of Christ and his fundamental teachings are pretty much more important than prophecies. I can tell you, if you begin to serve God only for the things that God will do for you or what you will get from God, you will definitely continue to be misled and you will continue to jump into from one problem to another. But let us not equally forget that Loveth is just one person out of numerous other persons that gave testimony on that very day. Does it mean also that other persons who gave testimony on that very day were also arrangee, were also fake? Why did it turn out to be only that of Loveth? Well, I stand to be corrected. I'm not here to side anybody, but it is my responsibility to think critically and expose certain things people are not talking about to your memory so that you begin to equally reason them. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section and share this video. Man, another person see am. God bless you.